All right, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is April 27th, 2025. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Yo, it's your boy. It's been a good week, good 2 weeks, and yeah, definitely excited to talk Pokemon Go. Hope you guys are too. And yeah, it should be a fun episode. I think the game's been pretty fun this week.
I don't know, man. I had a an interesting Easter Sunday with family. I was more fun than I expected to be, so I was like all over the place.
Oh
And
no!
by the time I realized it was time for a podcast, I was like, can we skip this week? I am like not in the position to talk to somebody. But yeah, it's been all right. It's been an interesting 2 weeks so far. We have a lot of news because May is literally around the corner. It's gonna be May, and after that, it's just interesting events here and there, like always. Hey, welcome back, Mr. Strong Librarius. Is that Oscar? That is Oscar.
Different. What do they mean by that?
I don't know, brother. Maybe you got your window open.
I do have my window open. The AC is kind of rough. Senior Chris.
Galbo, how's it going? All right, but let me make sure that my game is actually working here for you guys. We're here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and rant about the game because I guess we love the game as much as you do. You know, it's like it's never ending at this point. Don't forget, we are part of the Pokemon Friends Network. This episode is brought to you by our Patreon. Everything we do here on the Pokemon Friends Network is powered by our community. You can join our community and support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. We offer a range of support tiers and various benefits. All patrons will gain access to our Patreon exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. Don't forget to check us out at the patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can become our secret producer. So that way you can help us out here at the podcast. We can shout you out. We can do different things. We can have monthly meetings and see how the podcast can go. So that'd be great. I appreciate it very much if you can actually make that happen. All right. Well, with that being said, we got 2 weeks worth of stuff that I'm sure Chris it's just waiting for us to tell what the heck you got. You know, it's like he's been waiting away. By the way, I got a Snorlax here. Do you think it's gonna be shiny?
Oh yeah, it's gonna have a cowboy hat too.
Yeah, that'd be nice, right? It was not shiny, by the way, but yeah, you can continue.
Bro, I haven't gotten a shiny Komala yet, and a guy that like just got back into Pokemon Go is on his lunch break next to me. He's like, "Oh, yeah, shiny Komala! Look at that!" I'm like, "Get out! Get out of here!" But yeah, I need access to the form.
Sure, but what tell you? What do you tell us? While you do that?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, it's been really a lot of fun. The event for Horizons, literally, I went out on a little walk and got that shiny Florigato.
Man, you're lucky.
Dude, I thought that thing was boosted because I was like, ain't no way it's this easy. So I was kind of laughing.
Overall, I wasn't really hunting it too much, but I still was clicking on every single one I saw.
I was clicking on them like crazy afterwards. I was like, oh, I got to get a second one.
Did you?
But no.
Oh, yeah, okay, I get you now.
I remoted one Blacephalon because, we got to get that shiny after raiding it like crazy in New York because I thought it was shiny. And I got the shiny.
Of course.
I hatched a shiny Poniard. So I have an extra one now. I'll probably try to lucky mirror trade that someday. I got a shiny Shuckle because of course I did. Very happy about that. I got a bounce suite from this last, I guess, current event with Applin.
Yep.
So that was a lot of fun. And I got 8 shiny Vanillite today. I really took it easy. I did not want a lot of shiny Vanillite.
I went out to play.
Had fun.
Yeah. We had let me just make sure that I remember correctly how many events we really had since then. So we had Entei Max Battle, the Sweet Surprises, which is what we currently have right now, and then the Horizons event. Okay, so the Horizons event, one of those things. I was actually kind of wishing I had more shiny luck on during that time, but we'll go with that. I did get like 20 something Vanillites going by the Gold Plus, just using Ultra Balls and Great Balls, clicking on that thing. So it wasn't too bad in the end of the day. Finally got my Dex entries for all 3 of them. I did get a Hundo, which was nice. I think I actually got 2 Hondos today. One Vanillite and another one is a Poniard. That's like my third Hondo partner, actually. So
a king of kings.
It's time for those. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I had actually some surprising events. So I did get another shiny Buffcephalon, which was nice. So I got 2 now. I got another shiny Pikachu. It's a female Pikachu with a cap. Yeah, I was the only one for the event. I was able to snag a Cresselia from Raid Hour, a shiny white Basculin from the Myoletta shiny. Actually the Master Ball Research.
Oh,
yeah, it was actually pretty cool to see that. It is male, so I think I need a female one for that. I have a female one already from one of the Go Fests or something. So I have at least. Hang on while I actually get my coworker, my co-host, to come back here. Give us just a moment while technical difficulties are rise here. Let's see. Maybe maybe his computer just crashed and it's just like one of those things. By the way, guys, I hope that everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Welcome back.
Hello.
I'm guessing you either exited out or something during when you were talking.
That was weird.
All right.
Where'd my camera go?
So yeah, that was actually pretty good. From the Swiss Horizons event, I actually got 3 shinies. I got a Bond Suite, which has a community thing, so it's nice. I finally got a shiny Scorvette. That's pretty nice. It's my very first shiny Scorvette. And another shiny Muna. Just because.
Ooh, yeah, I need one of those. I've been
Oscar, thank you so much for the follow, or I'm sorry, for the subscription. 7 months. My man is going on ham these days. I appreciate it. I did actually save the best for last, though. During, I believe, the Horizons event, 7KX were the thing that everybody was hatching. And there was one Pokemon in particular that I wanted. Can you guess what it was?
Larvesta.
I wish. No, it's a Paldean Pokemon. It has shiny eyes.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah, I was able to finally snag one shiny Charcadet from the 7 kilometers of the Horizons. I was incredibly happy about that. It was during dinner. I opened the game and the eggs were hatching, but because the game just loves to like crash out when I open the game again, I open my bag and I see the shiny. I was like, no way! Yes way!
That's a really fun one.
Yeah, I mean, just getting the shiny is amazing. I need 2 more for the completionist, but so, that ain't happening anytime soon, at least until it comes out in the wild.
If you could only evolve it into one, which one are you doing?
I like Ceruledge a lot more than Armadouche, or whatever it's called is.
More than Mega Man?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just a little more happy with Ceruledge at that point, but I'll get to that eventually. I'll probably just wait for a better one anyways. Even though it's the 3-star, so it's not bad. But I want to keep it. I like the shiny, the little guy more than the evolutions. So I'm okay with that. Aside from that, again, we had the 3 events that we mentioned earlier. Horizons event wasn't too bad of an event. I think the spawns were amazing, especially for the shiny chase. The hatches, of course, it is another hatch event, regardless of how you look at it. And And yeah, that was pretty much it. Pikachu with a hat and all those. The snapshots were okay. You had 5 snapshots per day and things like that. Raids. Was there anything in raids that we wanted? Aside from Bacephalon or something?
For 1 star, we could do the Pikachu. I don't
Yeah.
remember what else was really in there, though, to be honest.
Pikachu was spawning almost anywhere anyways. Was it?
Yeah, I wasn't concerned with it because I had one the last time the event was,
Yeah.
but I was like trying to get more encounters with it for sure. I just didn't want to use raid passes on it.
Yeah. It was fine. When I see one, I probably did it. Free passes, you know.
Yeah.
After that, I think that was pretty much on the Swiss Horizons event. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Ticketing was in the debut on that, which is actually making waves in the Go Battle League and in Play Pokemon events. His typing is pretty good, so in the Great League, so something that a lot of people were looking there. Did I delete all of those?
I only have one.
I have
And
deleted.
I ended up trading it with my buddy, and I think I got decent PvP IVs.
That's pretty good. I want to say, at least in general, Ticketing is a pretty cool Pokemon. Once the shiny comes out, it's even going to be better. We had Tingle Rocket appearing more frequently and everything, so I wasn't really too worried about those.
No, I barely noticed that, to be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the Sweet Horizons event. Pretty sweet in that regard. Not Sweet Horizons. So
You're a little ahead of yourself.
I know, right? Well, we have sweet surprises actually happening right now with the introduction of Appleton. Appleton is an interesting Pokemon to catch because you can only find them in specific map encounters. You have to click on the little apple that appears in the wild, and you can technically get it from there, and plus the time research, I believe. And it can only appear mostly from mossy lure modules in the wild or in there. So during Community Day today, we actually had most of the lures as a mossy lure, so we were able to click as many. You do require your 20 sweet apples or 20 something apples to evolve them. Tart apples or sweet apples to evolve it into his 2 different forms. So it's not like the craziest hunt that we can look forward, but you really have to plan it out to be able to actually take advantage of it.
Yeah, the worst thing is just going to be waiting for the apples to spawn. But right now, with a grassy lure, you're guaranteed at least one, it seems like.
I'm thinking that after the event ends, that's still going to be part of the feature of the mossy lure module, which is great because that means that you want to get more, that want to go through that. You can also technically find them in the wild, but they're extremely rare.
Yeah, I saw one random apple that ended up being an applin in the wild, and I was super excited about that. Something I would keep in mind is don't get discouraged when you click on an applin and it ends up being like an oddish.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Because if you end up throwing a greater excellent throw, just like a Gimmighoul, they have a chance of dropping the apple evolution.
Oh, okay.
Which I didn't know that until my buddy actually told me. I was like, what?
Well, I think that was since I've been quick catching most of the Pokemons that appear that I can really never check on that.
Yeah, so it's not a glitch. I guess it's intended. So you know that when you catch that Pokemon, you have a chance at getting that item. But I think you want to throw like a great thrower better on.
It also says that Leliver and Scorbet will award berries, so that's probably the reason why I've been getting a lot of berries in my inventory these days. So,
you know that does explain it.
Yeah, that explains it too. But yeah, the feature itself looks pretty cool. I'm hoping that the rarity of it is not going to be too crazy. The only issue that I have with it is just that since I can't really use the Go Plus Plus or any of the devices to really click on them, it's a matter of making sure that you have the game open to be able to encounter them. So it's gonna be hit or miss, and you get your chance to really encounter something or even get the apples to help you out, evolve it. In general, I believe I have. Let me check, make sure. I have 15 of the sweet and 17 of the tar apples, so it's not that bad. I'll probably just save it for a good evolution eventually, or when the shiny comes out. That's just at least a hold up in my sense. We also have wild spawns and some rare ones, of course, like the Snorlax and Shuckle, Kamala, and all those. which Snorlax actually been appearing more frequently than I think about it, but still pretty
It's
cool.
been all over the place. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, some stuff, other stuff here and there. So it's not too bad of an event. Again, I just wish it was a little easier to hunt for the Appleton, but in the end, it makes it for a more fun experience when you see the little apple pop up. It kind of looks like the the cell from Routes, because it kind of glows the same in some points, but it's still pretty cool in the end of the day. So, kudos for the new mechanic, I guess. Anything else on that, Chris?
Yeah, nothing else other than that. I think well, I guess the only thing I would say is I guess it's kind of nice having to only hunt down 20 evolution items instead of 200 candy, only because I think it helps limit us a little bit on Applin's evolutions instead of just using all our rare candies on it.
Yeah.
So I know some people might not appreciate that, but I do like that they're trying to kind of make it more of a hunt.
I agree 100%. And the good thing is that the apples actually don't take up inventory space.
Yes,
So
I do appreciate that.
So you don't have to really worry about that in the end of the day. But yeah, not too bad of that. And then Entei Dynamax weekend. So I wasn't able to go out on Saturday to play this, unfortunately, but I was able to hunt a little bit of them during the community day. And I got crap.
Yeah,
I did all
I
my
got a
max
bad one.
Yeah. It wasn't horrible. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. I mean, we have really good counters with
Kingler,
Blastoise. Kirby, Drowsy Power is amazing today. Yeah, no, the last one was ground type, so Excadrill is okay, but you had to really, really pan out when to use your Excadrill, because if not, you could just get one-shotted. Actually, almost any single Pokemon with an attack for Entei was just almost one-shotted at this point, which was actually incredibly strong in that sense. But in general, it wasn't too hard to take down. I didn't really get a good one, unfortunately. I thought I did when I got the first one, but then I saw the CP or the AVs. I was like, yeah, this is not good. Pretty good anyways. Not my burner AC. That's an interesting name. Thank you for joining us, and he has gotten a good Appleton. Tinkaton is a beast, and I only have a single move so far.
Congratulations on the good Applin.
Yeah.
Or so Appleton.
Appleton. Yeah, but regardless of how maybe I like this event. Good stuff, good things. Combine them with other events that have people around, that's pretty much the gist of it. So also, Deliver, not shiny. Actually, can we show up the berry thing that Deliver and Scorbet supposed to give you? Let me see if it actually does that. I'm gonna catch this Deliver. It's gonna give me a berry for no reason, and then I'm gonna call it a day. It did not. Oh yeah, it did. Actually, for a second,
it did.
I was like, I saw all the pop-ups for like the mega and everything, and then I see the berry now. So I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense now. Maybe that's the reason why. It says today was my very first community day. So many people had a good time. I am glad that you had a fun time with people playing community day. That's how, or supposed to be. So I'm hoping that concurrent community days from now on will be joyful with people around you, and you get to meet new people anyways. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun when you guys can celebrate it together.
Yeah.
Or lay down lures together, so you don't have to use them all.
Yeah. So enjoy, Burner. We'll be around for those. Just let us know. All right, cool. That's pretty much it on the recaps. I don't think there's anything else now that I think about it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we'll talk Pocket later on, just because it's fun. All right, so we got a bunch of news. The very first thing we're going to cover is the May dump of news, just because it is interesting. At the same time, a lot of the news actually came before this came out, so now we know most of the information for May's contact
Oh
anyways.
wow.
But that's in itself. So, feature Pokemons. Gigantamax Machamp, which is something that a lot of people are looking forward to. Mega Kangaskhan, a regional Pokemon. And Dynamax Suicune, which is the last of the beasts for these encounters. Then we have max battles from the 28th, or I'm sorry, April 28th to May 5th. We have the encounters of Charmander, Pidove, Cryogonal, Wooloo, and Failings. After that, on May 5th to the 12th, we're going to have Bulbasaur, Machop, Beldum, and Grookey. Remember that a lot of these Pokemon can actually be good against Suicune, especially that Metagross, so make sure you get a good one. Just because you can counter most of his attacks in the end of the day.
I would say grab a Pidove if you didn't get any of the legendary birds, just for that flying type charge move. Like when it when it Dynamaxes.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea either. Then the 12th to the 19th, we'll have Ghastly, Chansey, Dribble, Darumaka, and Failings. That's a pretty good lineup. And the 19th to the 26th, we're going to have Squirtle, Krabby, Sableye, and Beldum. Sableye, is that a new one?
Sableye's gotta be new.
Yeah.
I when I saw Sableye on there, I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't think we had Sableye before, but that's pretty cool in at least. I mean, I'm glad that they're just adding in more and more. Has Sableye ever been in Sword and Shield? I can't. You know what? I gotta look at the Pokédex for Sword and Shield now. At some point, just to see if we had those kind of Pokemons in there. May 26th to June 2nd. A lot of rotations. Oh, Rookidee. Rookidee is gonna be finally Dynamaxable.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Especially the Steel typing, but it does have a Gigantamax form in the future.
Yup,
So don't
they're
go
teasing us, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Don't go a little too hard on it. However, we will have Max Mondays to promote some of the new evolution of the Pokemon here. Grookey on May 5th for Max Monday. Ghastly May 12th. Sableye May 19th. Shiny chance right there. Mm-hmm. And then Rookidee making his grand debut for May 26th. After that, we have Mega Raids. Mega Houndoom will be appearing from May 1st to May 12th. Mega Gyarados, 12th to the 25th. Mega Gyarados is a pretty good one if we ever get Mega Master League again. So make sure you grab it while you can. And Mega Altaria comes back from May 25th to June 3rd. Also, Shadow Regirock will be appearing in Shadow Race during the weekends of May through May 4th to June 4th. Have you done any more Shadow Raids since?
I'm kind of disappointed because if I was, it would have been today.
I know, right?
But no, I really haven't had a chance to.
Honestly, the Shadow Raids have gone. Like, the only reason I'm doing it is because I have the research. That's it.
Yeah. I think the Reggies are really cool, but they're nothing like Shadow Mewtwo or Shadow Lugia to me.
Yeah. I don't know. It's good that they have it. I feel like every time an event's like community or something, they push down on the Shadow Pokemons a lot. So there's not a lot of things that comes with it. I think it's just an addition to what we already have. And if you have enough people to do them, that's great. But unless it's like a Rayquaza or something, not a lot of people are going to do it. So just wait until like Kyogre or Groudon come back or something. That'd be crazy. Then we have the events. The very first one will be the Growing Up event from May 2nd to May 7th. We do have information about that. May 3rd, which is actually this weekend as they're recording this podcast, Mega Kangaskhan Raid Day from 2 to 5. We'll talk about that soon. Crown Clash, another information on that too, has been out. So from May 10th to the 18th. Dynamax Suicune Max Battle Weekend. That's also been announced around the 10th to 11th. May's Community Day. There was a leak somewhere. I won't say what it is until then, but I'm pretty sure we'll have the news tomorrow.
Vanillite Part 2.
That'd be crazy. May 11th. So that's actually next weekend after that. So let me just make sure that I'm not too crazy. Yeah, so it's the following weekend on a Sunday. That's interesting. May 14th to May 28th, Crown Clash taken over. So
May 18th.
Did I say May 18th?
You said 28th. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I was just like, in case anyone is confused.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so May 18 or then 14 to the 18. The Tekken over, so that's a Tingle Rocket event. We'll have a brand new Shadow Pokemon and brand new lineup coming up. We'll have more information the closer we get to that day, of course. We do have May 17, a Shadow Raid Day. Bro, we just got too much during this weekend. What is going on?
My birthday.
Your birthday. Your birthday.
It better be good.
Well, you better come down then, brother. It's like,
Dude, imagine it's Rayquaza Shadow on my birthday.
if that happens, the stars align. And that is like the best thing you can ever do. I don't think it's gonna be, but anyways.
No.
May 21st to May 27th, we have the Final Strike Go Battle Week. So this is a Go Battle day or week, technically, when it comes down to it. So it's gonna be a lot of biting. May's Community Day Classic is on May 24. We don't have news about that just yet, but I'm pretty sure we'll hear it within the next few days or so. And then finally, to end the month, it's gonna be May 25th, Gigantamax Machamp Max Battle Day, which is the whole teaser of this season, and it's the last thing that we're gonna do before the season ends.
Teasing us, man.
Man. It's like, oh, we got Snorlax, and now we're gonna give you Machamp. It's like, Machamp was on the trailer. Why did you not give us the first? They didn't want it to make Snorlax that easy. I guess they wanted us to test our skills, even though it wasn't.
I
really
missed
that
out
hard.
on Snorlax too. I was so sad.
Yeah, I missed out on the shiny, unfortunately.
Oh,
So, oh well. You cannot win the ball, and I will sleep once I finish the thing. Final updates. We have raid hours. So I'm surprised that raid day or the raids weren't announced before raid hours, but I guess that's how it's gonna go. We're gonna start with the raid bosses. Tapu Fini is gonna be from May 1st to May 12th, and that's a really good PvP Pokemon, so you might as well try to get a good one regardless. Then from the 12th to the 25th, we're gonna have Uxie, Mesprin, and Acel in their respective regions. So make sure you are. I mean, for us, United States, we're just gonna get Acel anyway, so it doesn't matter.
yeah. I need those Uxies.
Send some Uxies when you're awake. Anyways, and then Tapu Bulu ending up the run-up of the Bulus, I think. Yeah. From May 26th to June 3rd, which is right before GoFest. We do have our raid hours, of course. On May 7th, we have Fini. Uxie, Mesprin, and Acel will be 14 and the 21st. I think I'm going to skip one or the other. I don't think I need any more shinies at this point. Or Hondos. And then Tapu Bulu, May 28th. With Nature of Madness, by the way. Just if anybody cares.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they should.
We have Spotlight hours. I'm always excited for them, and I completely forget about them every single time, but that's how it works.
Yeah, I always I think I'm going to be available, and then I always have something going on.
Yeah, it's like that one specific hour where I just get home, and then once I get home, I'm just like, I'm not going to get out of bed.
Well,
Anyway,
sounds like nap time. Yeah.
Yep. Furfru, May 6th with 2 times catch candy. That's a pretty good one if you need multiple Furfrus. Sandigas. Yeah, Shiny Sandigas was actually out too, so that's pretty good. May 13th with 2 times transfer candy. Pushiena, May 20th with 2 times evolution experience. And then Golette, May 27 with 2 times catch Stardust.
Very spooky.
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of darks. Yeah, I know, right? Spooky. But I mean, the shiny is like, spooky because it's dark, it's like a black shiny, so.
Yeah.
It's an interesting lineup. It's newer lineup, and there's 2 Pokemon, of course, that I wish I can get the shinies for, so it's an incentive to go out if at some point I'm actually able to go out, so that ain't happening anyways, guys.
Yeah,
so.
Sandygast, I might set an alarm for. Who knows?
That's for sure. But that's the contact updates. We have, of course, the news for a few of the events. Anything hyped up for you, Chris, that you would like to talk?
Definitely excited to get the last little bit of energy for Mega Kangaskhan that I need. I don't think it's going to be that hard to beat, so I literally need like 1. But yeah, I think there's plenty of fun events for me. I'm excited because it's my birth month. But yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, hard to say until we played it, but I think this is going to be a good month.
I think so too. Well, it's gonna be like the one before GoFest starts, so it's gonna be interesting in the end of the day.
That is a good comparison.
Yeah. So what's the first news that we got from this month coming up?
Well, a little something I'm excited for. And it says team up for the return of Mega Kangaskhan Raid Day. It is going to be Saturday, May 3rd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. And it will actually have a featured attack. So Kangaskhan encountered in raids will know the charge attack Stomp.
Huh.
55 power in trainer battles and 50 power in gyms and raids if you care. Event bonuses. Remote raid pass limit increased to 20 from Friday, May 2nd at 5 p.m. to Saturday, May 3rd at 8 p.m. PDT. So you can do some the night before and then do some the next day for a total of 40. That's up to you. I don't even think I doubt I'd do over like 3 remotes for this guy, if even that.
Right.
But receive up to 5 additional free raid passes from Spinning Gym Photo Disc for a total of 6. Increased chance of encountering Shiny Kangaskhan from Mega Raids. That is fantastic. Event ticket for the US equivalent of $4.99 or whatever your local currency is. You can purchase a ticket that grants the following bonuses: 8 additional raid passes from Spinning Gym Photo Disc for a daily total of 14. Increased chance to get rare candy extra large from raid battles, not necessarily Kangaskhan, but all raid battle. 50% more XP from raid battles, and then 2 times Stardust from raid battles. And this will be active Saturday, May 3rd from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. So more than likely, the only raids available are going to be Kangaskhan.
Sure.
But timed research. There will be a free timed research available that will grant you 10,000 Stardust, 1,000 additional Stardust for completing a raid battle, for a total of 2,000 Stardust or 3,000 Stardust with the event ticket, and more. But that's after you complete it and earn the bonuses. And they also have the Go Web Store edition of the Raid Day Ultra Ticket Box for $4.99, and it comes with a bonus premium battle pass. So if you're going to buy it, typically just buy it from the web store.
Yeah. It's easier that way. Plus, you have like your monthly rewards and all that stuff, which will be ending at the end of this month, and then I'm guessing it'll kind of reset at this point. It's a good event. I mean, it is a regional, so a lot of people would definitely want it. I already got my Hundo, and it's ready, power up, and ready to go. By the way, I lost Chris again in the transition, so I guess he's still around.
Oh,
well, just his face. He's just drinking a lot of water. I know, right? But yeah, it's a good opportunity to get the Shando if you haven't, just because of the increased shiny chance. I have a couple of shinies anyway, so it doesn't really matter. However, I will be going a little bit ham because I do want the extra large candies to power up my Hundo if I have a Shando in that much.
Yes.
And then, of course, if new attack move is great, it just depends on a lot of factors in the end of the day. But still, it's a good event to try to get a bunch of the Kangaskhan, just for the reason that you technically will not see it that much until it comes back again.
It's definitely more exciting for us than Heracross.
Oh yeah, at least in our restriction. I mean, Heracross just had a raid day with other Pokemons, and we didn't even care. So, plus, it already had a mega raid day and all that stuff. So it's just hit or miss at that point. I'm excited for it. I guess it's not too shabby of an event. Again, I'm showing off my Hundo here. Pretty cool that I was able to get this pretty early in the rotation. It is already power up, level max 30. I will suggest to actually power up like maybe a Lopunny to get the fighting type bonus and all that stuff. And then after that, you'll get the extra large candy if you evolve them, or mega evolve one in the end of the day. I'm hoping that, it's very soon, because there is a game that comes out at some point this year. More mega Pokemons will be introduced, and that will be a nice little addition to the gameplay. And I don't know what Chris is thinking because I can't see him anyways.
Well, apparently I already have Mega Kangaskhan. That's my bad.
I figure. I mean, I'm sure you went Elderham when it came out the first time.
Yeah, I remember being one short though, so I'm like, I guess we had an event where we had a little bit.
Yeah, and the one good shiny that I have is the extra large shiny that I got it from New York. That was pretty good when the event was up.
I will say I do not have the shiny, so that's gonna be my hunt then.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the hunt, and I'm sure you'll get it if you actually play the event anyway. So that's pretty good. So I'm hopefully everybody's excited. I see Fern saying that he had the Shando. Yeah, I will believe it when I see it. I'm sure he'll send me a picture in a second. But we have another event. And this is, we gotta grow up eventually. We're not gonna learn up out of Pokemon Go though, but still. Embark on the path ahead during the grow up event in Pokemon Go. This is starting on Friday, May 2nd, which is this week, all the way to Wednesday, May 7th at 8 p.m. local time. Bonuses: 2 times experience for evolving Pokemons, 2 times candy from hatching eggs, increased chance of hatching shiny Wimpod, BS. Increased chance of encountering shiny Magikarp, shiny Swablu, and shiny Wimpod. I'll take those, I guess. Increased chance of encountering extra small and extra large Pokemon in the wild. What?
The fisherman badge for extra large Magikarp.
I was about to say, if you actually are still stuck in the fisherman badge for Platinum or whatever it's called, this is your big opportunity because you're gonna catch 1,000 big Magikarps for the medal. I'm at 638, so I haven't really gone to. And this badge has been in the game since day one.
727. I still got a good chunk too, though. Man.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll just go on a day and just.
I got 10.
Let's do it. Also, by the way, I'm sure somebody in the chat will actually say this, but if you trade the extra large, it does count for the medal too. So keep an eye on that. By the way, Chris has just been drinking a lot of water at this point. I don't know if he's choking at this point, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Wild encounters. You got Magikarp, Whelmer, Swablu, Fungus, Dedenne, Cutiefly, Wimpod, Rookidee making its return, and Nimble. That's pretty good. After Rookidee kind of disappeared from the wild for a while, and now it's coming back. And aside from that, every other Pokemon is shiny available, so make sure you keep that up. I'm still need the Nimble, so that's something that I'm definitely going to be hunting for.
Yeah, Nimble would be cool.
Yeah. From eggs, the following Pokemon will hatch from 2-kilometer eggs. Additionally, Mine Jr. will be available to hatch from 5-kilometer eggs, and Toxel will be available from hatching from 10-kilometer eggs if you're lucky. Mine Jr. being a regional, it's also very, 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 very cool. So, 2-kilometer eggs will have Happiny, Riolu, and Wimpod. 5-kilometer eggs will have Mine Jr., and 10-kilometer eggs will have Toxel. After the event ends, Toxel may still hatch from 10-kilometer eggs. So that's a nice addition, since we still need the shiny, or at least I need the shiny. But for the pool to just be Mine Jr. and Toxel, you might as well hatch eggs all day long, brother. Will that actually be the case? Or will there be more Pokemon at the adding format?
I think they're just saying that it's hatching onto like the pool that they already have.
Yeah, so you still need to get really, really lucky.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be hunting those 5 kilometers because I think that one's going to be the hardest one to get, honestly.
Yeah, also me. Another Snorlax right in my house. Beautiful. Then we have Field Research Tags will be available with the 10 team Pokemons, which it's a plus regardless. Hopefully there's something that will allow us to get some of the Pokemons that are mentioned in this pool. A pay-time research will be available for $4.99 or equivalent to your current legacy. Time research will include 1 incubator, 15 pineapple berries, 3,000 Stardust, an encounter with event team Pokemons including Magikarp, Swablu, Lucario, Wimpod, Tandemaus, and more. And an event the team avatar pose, which it's okay. It's not hammer time, but you know. Also, looking at this value of this box or and this pay time research, I don't feel it's worth it. Do you look at anything that you want, Chris?
For
The pay
for
tab
the paper
research.
plane?
Well, yeah,
Huh?
that too. That too, yeah.
Oh, for that? Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, more pineapple berries for me to throw out. Yeah.
I know, me too.
Uh, yeah. Maybe it's just because of all the Mega Lucario we did, but
It's just not there anymore, right?
if you're
That's it.
paying $5 to throw a paper airplane, that's fine. But yeah, the other things I don't think are worth
Yeah,
it.
I don't think so either. College challenges, of course, award you with experience, Stardust, and encounters with Tandema. So make sure you complete those. Be a lookout for showcases, and then there is the Growing Up Ultra Ticket Box for $5 in the web store that will award you with a bonus incubator. So I mean, I guess if you get it from the from the web store, it's like However, there is additional bonuses for regional Pokemon or regional trainers in Japan and Korea. So, in the following regions, bonuses will be available for trainers in those specific regions that I mentioned, Japan and Korea, from Sunday, May 4th to Monday, May 5th, including Time Research Awards, Experience Stardust, and one Lucky Egg and more. That's pretty cool. Complete field research tasks to earn Whitbone Candy and encounters with Tandemaus. Evolve Riolu to Lucario to know the fast attack Force Bomb. 2 times Stardust for catching Pokemons, and half distance when eggs are placed in incubator during the event period. I guess that's part of the whole shebang when it comes to Japan and Korea, like the growing up and kind of thing. So it's kind of like the special weekend for that, or the special week for that. So I guess it's kind of nice that they're adding that to the already existing bonuses of the event. I wish it was everywhere, but not everybody celebrates the same thing. So, ain't that right, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely jealous of the half egg distance.
Me too. But hey, I gotta like fly to Japan and come back, and then I get the
Yeah.
bonuses. Even then, I don't get the bonuses because I come back anyways.
You get one round to half distance. There you go.
Yeah. How about you let us know about this next event? Something that we're very excited for.
Oh, baby. Yeah, we teased it a little bit earlier. Witness Glory with King Gambit's debut in Pokemon Go's Crown Clash event. I didn't know about these two being costumes, so I'm excited to talk about that. Crown Clash will start Saturday, May 10th at 10 a.m. to Sunday, May 18th at 8 p.m. local time. The event bonuses will be 2 times XP for evolving Pokemon, which you're definitely going to want to evolve some Pokemon during this event. There's an increased chance to encounter Shiny Nidoqueen wearing a crown, Shiny Nidoking wearing a crown, very cool. No cowboy hat though. And then Shiny Slowpoke, Shiny Combee, and Shiny Litleo should be increased for chances to get, supposedly. And then if you catch a Slowpoke, it may award you a King's Rock, so you don't have to get too lucky with a Pokestop or the weekly of rewards. Personally, I'm probably just going to be deleting them. Pokemon Tapus. King Gambit, the big blade Pokemon, will be making its debut. And there will also be obviously the new costume Pokemon of Nidoqueen and Nidoking. I think they look pretty cool. And to evolve Bisharp into King Gambit, you need to defeat 15 Dark-type or Steel-type Pokemon in raid battles, with Bisharp as your buddy. And you do not need to defeat the Pokemon with Bisharp, but it needs to be on your party, I believe. So, as your buddy. My bad. Okay, so it doesn't need to be in your party. It just needs to be in your as your buddy. So not the worst case scenario, but you need to get lucky and like actually raid dark or steel types. So keep that in mind when you're raiding. Wild encounters. The following Pokemon are going to be appearing more frequently in the wild: Slowpoke, Slackoth, Piplup, Combee, Snivy, and Litleo. And if you're lucky, you might encounter Poniard, which is very cool.
In the wild, that's pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah, all of these Pokemon can be shiny, and each of them have a little bit of a royal side to them, you might note, which is very cool. And then raids. The following Pokemon will be in raids: 1-star raids, Sneasel, Clink, Poniard. And then the 3-star raids are the Nidoqueen and the Nidoking wearing the crown. Field research tasks. There's going to be a bunch of event-themed research for encounters with event-themed Pokemon. Definitely look out for those. There will be a collection challenge. Complete the Catch and Evolution Focused Collection Challenge to receive XP, Stardust, and an encounter with Poniard, which, a good IV one is always good. Additionally, trainers level 31 and up will receive 1 guaranteed Candy Extra Large for evolving Pokemon after completing the collection challenge.
Oh,
Which, that's a really good reward. So it actually gives us a reason to evolve a lot.
Yeah,
over level 50. Pokemon showcases. Keep an eye out for those. Pokemon Go web store. This one doesn't really have anything for the event, but it does remind you that trainers get a 15% discount on their first web store purchase of any item $9.99 or up. Track Pokemon. If you're still missing Poniard or other Pokemon, try using the recently released Pokemon Alert feature. Interesting. Which enables trainers to track a Pokemon.
And it only tracks them in the wild, so yeah. It's a feature part from the new Pokedex that we have. It was added to this Pokedex, so it's actually pretty nice after that. So basically all you do, and I'm actually going to just showcase this at this point. You go into your Pokedex, you search for whatever Pokemon you're looking for. Let's say at this point I'm looking for a Rowlet. And then right there on the screen where it says the typing and everything, there is an alert off option. You just click on that and it will alert you from the wall spawns of the event and things like that. So it will just basically, it's like, hey, there's this Pokemon you're alerted to nearby or something like that. So you'll be able to look for it. It is pretty fun. I just set it to the roaming legendaries. So if I ever see one, good luck with me,
Or unknown.
Yeah, you gotta be a little lucky on the unknowns at least. Yeah. But during events, and that's something that a lot of people usually probably should be doing if you're looking for a rare Pokemon, like let's say Poniard at that point, just click on the alert and it will alert you when you are nearby one. I don't know the distance or anything at that point, so that's gonna be interesting. The event looks pretty set up for a lot of cool stuff. It is a little bit daunting to be able to have to evolve a Bishop into Kingambit after defeating 15 Dark types. So that's definitely something that a lot of people are really going crazy about, since it's basically 15 raid passes that you have to use. The event is from the 10 to the 18, so you at least have 8 free ones that you can do if you know what you're doing. But the rest you're going to have to spend a little bit more here and there. Maybe 9 if you stack up the one day before or something. So regardless, these custom Pokemons are actually pretty cool. I do like the crowns in both Nidoking and Nidoqueen. There's some interesting wild spawns, and that's pretty much it. There's like not even a ticket event for this, which is actually surprising at this point. It's surprising not to have a ticket for any of the events at this point, but anyways. Kingambit, pretty cool Pokemon, being also a crown Pokemon in the end of the day. You do need the crown, whatever, to evolve it. Is it? Or just do you need the oh no, you just need to beat them in raid battles. Well, that's pretty cool, I guess. I thought you needed like the King's Crown or something to evolve it.
Oh no, not in Pokemon Go. And yeah, that's like one of my favorite Pokemon, if not. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be my favorite Pokemon, but it's definitely in like my top 5 for Paldea.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's pretty good, and at least very excited. We do have news about Dynamax Suicune, which is again the last of the Beast Pokemons to come into Dynamax weekends. So Saturday, May 10th to the 11th, from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. local time. So you got a little bit of time to do this. Dynamax Suicune making his Pokemon Go debut in 5-star max battles. The event bonuses will be, of course, the collection limit will be increased to 1,600 per day. 1/4 adventure and distance to receive max particles. Power spells will refresh more frequently, and 8 max particle 8 times max particle from Power Spot, so that's pretty good. Also, the bonuses will be active starting May 5th to May 11th. 3/4 max particle cost for unlocking and power up max moves. Time research will be available, of course. That'll be the free time research that you get throughout the week, which will give you encounters with Dynamax rookies, so you are able to take on Dynamax Suicune. But of course, we already have Venusaur, Gigantamax Venusaur, Toxel. Is that how it's called? No.
Yeah, Toxtricity for the second evolution.
Yeah, Toxtricity. What else do we have at this point? I don't even remember. I guess you can also use some.
Yeah, I agree with you. Is a good tank,
and you can also use a couple of fighting types if you really need the damage, anyways. But Metagross will also be a part of that. There's of course the campfire meetups that you can save with community ambassadors, and there is a weekend ultra box that will be available in the web store that will feature a max mushroom and 7 maximum goals for $9.99. Cool.
Yeah. I was just thinking about it. I think Lapras might also just be a good one to soak up damage for.
Yeah.
When you're not Dynamaxed.
I mean, are you just looking at your Shando because of it?
Yup. No, but yeah, something to take the attacks. Like, let's say if it has Ice Beam or something, it's gonna live a while. But we'll see what they end up having.
Yeah, that's for sure. One last little event that was actually announced. This was kind of shadow drop, but there is a Pokemon Fiesta coming to the Nexus. I'm sorry for butchering the name of it. I'm gonna try my best. Ahmedabad one in the country Ahmedabad. So I again don't
had to be spot on. No, I'm joking.
They're excited to announce that the Pokemon Go will join Ahmedabad Pokemon Fiesta, which will take place from April 25th to the 27th. So this is actually happening right now. Or am I going crazy? No, it is happening right now. Okay, so I don't know why this was on the top of the news when I saw the news.
Yeah, I think it's like ending right now.
It technically already really ended. Cool, yeah. You can look forward for following activities: Pikachu meet and greet, Pokemon stamp hunt, Pokemon mini games, and kit coloring corner. So that's pretty cool. There was in raids. I guess a lot of people weren't really doing this because it was only during this weekend. Pikachu wearing a sari and wearing a kurta. I think those are the names of that. That's pretty cool. That actually, I kind of wish I had those Pikachus. Hey, Chris is back from drinking water. He probably drank about 10 gallons of water before we actually got to this point. Time research and all. I would go over a little bit more, but unfortunately, it's event. It should already been over in that part of the world. So sorry for not reaching the news for you guys, but I really thought this was happening like next weekend or something. So, but that's how it goes. We got some PvP to talk about now. Get ready. Here we go. All right. Don't fight me in the comments. GBL. So I believe GBL Remix Great League Edition will be coming back. This starting tomorrow, I believe. I might be a little bit wrong in the end of the day, but we are currently in all 3 leagues, which people are enjoying. Have you been doing more battles since, Chris? I know you've been kind of tackling here and there.
A tiny bit. I'm at rank 9 right now.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you got another month left before the season ends.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go crazy. Yeah. I'll probably just get as to whatever I can, but just the lowest one I'll be happy with. That gives us some decent rewards.
True. I mean, you get your elite charge DM or at least fast DM when you end the season and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. I guess the grind to Legends has only been for the true grinders of PvPers. So sorry that we're not super excited to actually play it. I haven't played anything. I'm probably just gonna play the weekend or the week or whatever, and that's about it. However, the one thing that I'm actually grinding is Pokemon Pocket. And as of recording of this podcast, we have ended the very first ranked season. I was able to get to Masters this last week or so. And Chris is, again, gone for the rest of the day for some reason. I feel like this is just a computer issue. Hold on. Let me get him back. There he is. Did you even notice that you were gone for like a second or two?
Nah, I could hear you perfectly, so I don't
Really?
know.
I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I was saying like pocket ranks and everything. A brand new season it's coming for rank, and at
Yeah.
the same time, where new Pokemons and new cards are being introduced, meta defying for what we can look at, and we'll see how the meta will shift from the Giratina Darkrai Menace to maybe stage 2 evolutions with Rare Candy. That's going to be an amazing addition to the game. We do have some introduction with immersive trainers. So those are going to be pretty cool to see once we get them. It's going to be 2 packs. Lunana and Solgaleo packs will be available. And those are the Pokemon that are going to be featured for the remaining of the season. And 200 new cards in total. So
And Rayquaza's in them?
Rayquaza is in it. We're also going to get, for our half anniversary of Pokemon Pocket, we'll have a way to get the full art Rayquaza at no additional cost.
Yeah, I'm very happy to hear that.
Yeah, definitely something to look forward with. Hopefully, everybody who has playing Pocket and Rank Pockets, that they're gonna get their hourglasses once the season starts. But I will know more information once that gets there. It was fun for the very first one, and I'm glad that I pushed through. This is one of the first times in a game that I actually pushed to a master rank level, at least in Pokemon when it comes down to it. So that's pretty cool. And then, just to end it, we have Play Pokemon events. There was another regional happening this weekend, and I believe I don't remember the name of the region, but give me 1 second. This was where is it? You know what? I'll eventually get the name of the championship. It is Servile Special Championships. It is a regional championship, but oh well. However, we do have a brand new regional champion and the name of HK Assassin 16. He ran a team of Serperior, Shadow Swampert, which we haven't seen in a while, Talonflame. I think that's a Shadow Lapras, if I say the least. Or it could be just a regular Lapras, I can't tell. Ticketon, making his debut into Play Pokemon events, as I mentioned before. And regular Stunfisk. So that's pretty cool to see in that change. I feel like the meta in the Play Pokemon events are really, really strong. Just because it's been shifting within brand new additions to the game. People taking new advantages of new Pokemons and new movesets. Definitely a complete different... for what I can remember, at least in the Play Pokemon events, because all I remember was Medicham, Azumarill, Registeel. Now we have a bunch of other Pokemons making its waves into the game, and it's been kind of amazing to check out those kind of deals here and there. Anything to add there, Chris?
Yeah, I think it's definitely always interesting when we see a new Pokemon show up in the meta. I mean, that typing is supreme on Tinkaton, but I'm not surprised they threw it in that in the battle, because even if it is a kind of rough Pokemon, you still get that surprise factor.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm sure it still has good moves though.
Yeah. By the way, I'm checking out the day 2 popularity of Pokemon, the top 12 Pokemons that people are playing throughout this weekend. Ticketing being at 58% of all of most of people's teams. So yeah, it definitely has made a wave since the release, which is crazy. I'm more amazed that people can actually get a good idea on that before after the release of it. 58% of people are also running regular Lapras. Then we have Shadow Drapion, Claydol is making waves too. 50% of people are using that. Galesipod. So it's been getting good moves. Shadow Jumpluff. I never thought I saw that Pokemon actually make waves too.
Yeah, in the shadow, it's really good.
Yeah. Shadow Feraligatr making still some good headway out there, with 33% of people trying to play it. Azumarill is still somewhere in the meta, somehow, somewhere, having good typing, I believe. Clodsire, also pretty good in that regard. That's not Claydol. That is... The evolution of Cradilly. Or is that Cradilly? That is Cradilly.
Cradilly.
Right? Yeah. Lilipep and the Cradilly. There you go. I know my Pokemons. Don't worry. Anyways, Cornobine, 70% of them, and then Stunfisk, which actually won it. Stunfisk won it for the win at that point, so that's pretty good. I want to say players are definitely adjusting to a new meta. I'm glad to see a good chunk of the meta being there, so I like it. It's not much as we don't play PvP Pokemon, but still, it's a pretty good thing. Anyways,
yeah, it's been a hot minute, but I do like to see what people are doing.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe if we got a little more chance of playing Pokemon in our region here, or at least in our backyard, that'd be nice. I'm sure people want to play it. I'm just like, can I get a drain check on that? Because I suck at it now. I know how to play, I just don't know how to play anymore. So. All right. I think that's about it, Chris. Do you have anything else to add?
Nothing I can think of. Yeah, I think we had a good chat.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for everybody for listening to the podcast. Make sure you check us out in any of the podcast services fees. Google, Apple Podcasts, I almost said Google for a second there. Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, any of those places. We would really appreciate it if you can leave us a review. It would be amazing. 5 stars is the best stars. Social media or X or Twitter, or however you call it. We'll just call it Twitter for our lives. Pure Let It Go, Purified Podcast, and PKMN Trigger, please, with a C at the end because Chris loves the C's. Especially the 90 ones. You can email us anything to the purifiedpodcast@gmail.com if you ever want and just let us know how your day went or your community day or anything like that. That'd be great. We have a free Discord, but we also have the Patreon exclusive Discord, so make sure you check us out there. If you want to, we'll basically just tag us in there and you'll see us most of the time anyway, so that's pretty cool in the end of the day. And don't forget to check us out at thepurifiedpodcast.com, the Professor Network. Make sure you check out all the other shows out there, including Laura, Special Conditions, Sleep It Off, Weight Spotters, Good Morning Johto, After Dark Cry. Gotta watch them all and more. So thank you so much again, guys. And Chris, how about... Hopefully we're not going to take a 2-week break this time, but take us away for the night.
Yeah. It's been a fabulous, fabulous time. I am sleepy. I cannot wait for Pokemon Sleep. But yeah, it's been a great 2 weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. I think Pokemon Go's chugging. I'm interested to see the future Pokemon Go under their new team. And yeah, have fun, keep playing. And yeah, let us know what you got. Peace out, guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Have a good night, y'all. Keep purifying them. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week, hopefully. Have a good night.